All right, so right here, see, now this is the thing in 2K. A lot of what occurs is rooted in a lot of external factors outside of your actual ability to play and strategize and actually outsmart and outdo your opponent, right? So you don't really get the the level of reward that you're supposed to receive based upon your gameplay, like how it would be in any just about any other video game or in any other competitive um, sport or anything that's competitive in nature, where it's all just based upon merit, right? So 2K, a lot of what happens, it could just be literally the game just intervening, like, nope, this ain't gonna happen. So it kills the competitive fervor, right, and the necessity to be better than someone. So now right here, I dished the ball out to Duran, right, and what I want to do, and this is not how I would usually run a situation like this, but sometimes I do. What I want to do is kind of loop around and try to get a blow by on this dude, loop around and run into the paint and get a layup, right? Get a layup off of an assist. So now I go for it, and right at the moment where I'm getting ready to burn this dude, and you know the lead pass should be kicking in. So typically, you know, right here I get the, as you can already see, I'm already passing him, but right here I get the jet on him, and once the lead pass comes, then you know you kind of, you know, you get a slight more of a boost, or you know you fall into the pass, and then you fall into the basket and you blow by your defender. This is how that usually would go, but in certain instances like this right here, where 2K doesn't want it to happen, it's going to cause some funky shit to go down, and now you got a blowing opportunity. So now when I'm going for it, rather than, now you can see where my man is running, so rather than him just going in the direction that I'm trying to go, as you can see where his bodies are lined up, he's supposed to go, you know, kind of in a slight curve. What 2K does, and it's doing this intentionally, is once the ball is coming, it forces my man to dip into the defender. These are the little minute things that happens in 2K where it causes, and not only that, when you see him dip into the defender, he doesn't nudge the defender out of the way. The game causes the defender to slide even into an even better position to cut the pass off. So now he runs into him, and you notice he's sliding even more into the passing lane. And so the pass is coming where I should be in front of him, receiving the pass and going to the basket. I'm behind him and he's in front of me cutting the pass off, right? So now this is the sort of thing that happens. This is the sort of thing that happens that happens in 2K, where it flies under the radar because they bank on the little minute aspects of the video game, right? The little things, the little steps, or the little cuts, the little nudges, all of the little, you know, barely noticeable aspects of the game that mean so much, because one little second, one little step, it could totally throw off a whole situation. And 2K, when they're trying to script the game to cheat the user or to try to force some kind of an unnatural balance where a computer can hang with you, or whoever you're playing, y'all can have a back and forth, it banks on those little nuances. The little things that seem insignificant, they understand how significant it really is. So now when you play it all the way through, you can kind of see where he jerks and he cuts right into the defense. This is not a flaw in their programming. It's intentionally programmed to do what it just did in certain situations. Now usually it would you know, the play would just go just fine. I get there, get the ball, and get the pass and get the layup. But in certain instances where the game wants to intervene, it'll force me to, a lot of times you would notice that, especially if you go and look at my old pick and roll videos, you will notice that when you're running the pick and roll, sometimes when you try to pass the ball to whoever you're running it with, they'll just totally dash a whole nother direction. Like literally, they're running straight, and when you try to pass it, they totally cut out and go somewhere. Usually, when they do it, they run right into the defense and get the pass cut off, and now you get a turnover, or the play is dead because now they're off course, they're off route, right? 2K does little sneaky shit like that, and this is why their games will never reach the potential that it's really supposed to have, because there's too much tinkering going on in the background. There's too much tinkering with the player positioning, the movements, and where they're trying to where they're inserting that theme of dynamic game balancing. When they're inserting that, is throwing off the natural course of things. So in real life, he just blows by him, get the pass, get the layup. In 2K, now you got this where he dips off into him and collides into the guy, and instead of nudging him or bumping him out of the way, he slides into an even more comfortable position, so the ball comes right into his fucking lap. That's called cheating. What the algorithm and the dynamic game balancing is programmed to do. Right? Now, dynamic game balancing, it has its place in other types of video games, or in a certain way, even in sports games, but the way that they use it in 2K is there for the sole purpose of cheating. You're getting cheated, right? So that'll do it for this video. Anyway, peace.